Nini manoti?
Wakati ya ile ndege.
Yes.
Bwana PS.
Habari zenu?
Karibu nyumbani.
Uko salama kabisa?
Salama kabisa.
Habari ya leo?
Nzuri kabisa.
Happy New Year.
Papers?
Sawa sawa.
Kayo.
Kayo.
Karo na hizi.
Karo na hizi. Yes.
Kabisa.
Very good. Sawa sawa. Uko salama?
Yes.
Karibu kula.
Unaweka maji.
Yes, kata. Wapi mtu akata? Au hakuna? Au unafanya nini? Oh, kompyuta. Yes. Hebu toa hii sasa. Peleke karibu kidogo. Ndio kabisa kwa kidogo. What is that?
Semaje kusema?
And this is a natural
Body.
This is Pondo.
Pondo, yes.
Bachi.
Nikiwa tu kuna vile.
Ontiri yako hapa? Ontiri yako?
Ontiri.
Walimtoa mbio. Shamba ni kama eka ngapi hivi? Jina lako Intan?
Kama alifanya diploma. Aende zaidi hapo. Amebindua vitu haraka. Lakini kama anaenda
Bado mzee. Mzee ujambo? Hiki tunakuwa na harufu kama hii.
huko nje. Hebu na vipi?
Ndoa.
Unajua Kenya kifanya asitoka ni Kisii. Unajua kwa Kenya Kisii unaweza mweuka hivi.
The Paretra plant is one of our 19, is among the 19 value chain, which under the Ministry of Agriculture, we want to upgrade and enhance its production and ensure that the farmers who are growing paretram in the 19 counties get value for their work in terms of money. The requirement for paretram in Kenya and also internationally is still on high demand. And as a country, given that we are privileged to have land, we have the right environment, the right climate for this product, we have put a plan as government to support the farmers to grow this particular crop, because as you all know, it used to be the crop with high yielding at the same time high profit. But over time, like other crops, it has faced a lot of challenges. But I'm happy to report to you that going forward, this is a crop we'll give attention as government. And by coming here today is an assurance that we need to have a strong step forward and a push on our plan to make sure that we revive this industry. I have no doubt that the effort our farmers are putting to make sure that their crops remain in the farm will in the long run give them their livelihood in terms of profit making. At the same time, when it comes to contribution to the overall GDP for this country as it was before. Given that we have increased the number of counties, then what remains is to see which way to go for now to move forward and support our farmers. Step number one, which we have consulted with the management, is first of all to see how best we can inject some little money to support the infrastructure and also the required chemicals so that the produce which are here can be processed for the market. And we have agreed with the management, the board, that immediately we will see how to facilitate so that this sector remains vibrant. Number two, we have also discussed and meet with some potential customers who are ready to take the already processed products as early as next week so that they can inject some capital into this particular institution so that the workers can get paid. At the same time, the farmers, which are important, are also paid. And we see how we can support the farmers in terms of production, provision of affordable seeds and seedlings so that they can continuously support this sector. Additionally, looking at the current trend and the technologies in the market and the market forces which are facing this particular value chain, we are looking at ways and means of looking at also engaging some private sectors to work with us, to work with the bilateral board, so that they inject some capital into this particular critical infrastructure so that we can enhance their efficiency and their effectiveness in terms of production. Because we have realized that one of the challenges facing this particular institution is high cost of production. And the reason is because the machineries are old and there is need to change tax or change the models so that we can bring in some latest technologies which can produce products at a very effective and efficient way. At the same time, product of quality which the current markets demand. Because from the discussion and understanding from the board and management, we realize that somehow there is need to look at the products the market is demanding. And in the same way we move as the industry so that we can produce those products as by market demand. And the only way we can achieve that is by making sure that we enhance the technology here and see how best we can engage some other partners so that they can support this particular critical infrastructure and critical institution, which over time has been supporting this particular sector in terms of processing of bilateral. I want to assure the farmers and all the stakeholders in the county government and all the employees that as government and within the ministry will be supporting this sector, and you'll be seeing steps and also incremental support so that the sector can remain vibrant. We have agreed that the 19 counties who are growing bilateral will call them together within the ministry so that we can discuss with the governors and all the leaders to see how best we can really support this crop. After that, we also want to meet the farmers so that we can also listen to their challenges and see how best we can support the farmers so that they can remain focused and also feel supported the way this government has put in place farmers as king and as also our key stakeholders in terms of production for different products and also food for this country. Having said that, I also want to tell the farmers that we have also identified some of the products, some of the seedlings and seeds which can be utilized. And because of the climate change, we'll also be employing some more technologies so that we can get seed and seedlings which are high yielding, disease resistant, and also can respond to the climate change phenomenon which is across the world. Like any other crop, we are also providing fertilizers for this particular crop at the price of 2,500. And I also want to encourage the farmers to pick the fertilizers. We also make sure that we see how best we can subsidize the seeds and the seedlings so that the farmers get also some supported prices. But I want to encourage the county government to come in because agriculture is devolved so that they can also support this sector for it to be revived at a very faster speed, because this is a crop we cannot live to go lower than where there's corn in terms of production. I know there's rain. Farmers go back to the farms and start farming. We have reduced the cost of maize seeds as requested, and we are now distributing across all the stockists at the same time across all retail shops for Kenya Seeds and others, and also NCPP. And we have also increased the last mile distribution of fertilizers, and we have encouraged the counties to open up more last mile, and preferably the cooperatives. If they can really open up, we use the cooperatives to distribute the fertilizers and the seeds. That is the model we want to use as government, so that a farmer remain a cooperative farmer and a member of a cooperative, so that they are assisted in a better way in terms of financing, capacity building, mechanization, farm input, and also storage. I know in Nakuru here we have farmers who are also producing wheat, and we have said that there is no importation of wheat until the millers complete purchase of wheat from local farmers. And we are also saying that the wheat which are going to be imported must be of the same quality or higher, like the wheat we are producing in Kenya, so that we don't produce wheat, we don't import wheat which are of lower quality, and we compare with the wheat of higher quality, and therefore we say the wheat we are importing are cheaper than the wheat we are producing. Yet in terms of quality, the wheat we are producing are of higher quality. We expect the wheat which is being imported should meet that high quality standard so that the prices are comparable. On the same note, we'll also make sure that we reduce on importation of food into this country as directed by this government, so that we increase on export market. And this crop called paretra is a crop for the export market. And that is why we are very keen to make sure that it succeeds, and the farmers who are producing paretra are supported well, facilitated by government and also by the private sector, and the two government, national and county government, are there to do what it takes to make sure that we support this sector.
Maybe one and two questions.
Number one, the campaign for the revival of pyrethrum has been going on for years, and the government has been pumping in money to this project. But when going around, we realized that there are some machines that are still lying idle, some products that are unable to move. From your assessment, is it an investment that is viable? And question number two, we heard that we have private investors who are keeping seedlings, but the main challenge with production, affecting production of or processing of pyrethrum in this plant, is lack of crops. So what are you going to do to make sure that farmers are able to get the seedlings and this plant continues running?
I also have two questions. You've talked about injecting some funds into the sector to revive How much is that? And secondly, when you talk about making changes, does that involve absorbing some workmanship? And probably how many people could that be?
All right, I think from the general inspection we have carried out, we've gone around the plan, we've realized that the capacity of this plan is big enough. What is lacking is produce. And we are on the right track because we already have a plan. We only need to do some little modernization to make it a little bit to meet the current technologies and also produce the current products in terms of packaging and quality in the market. That we have seen. In terms of meeting the capacity of this plan, when it comes to production, we need to rally the farmers, small scale and large scale farmers, to produce per hectare. And as I've said, we have put up a plan, county government and the national government, to support the farmers so that they can bring produce to this plan and other plants, because we are private sector also manufacturers here. We believe that the 19 counties which we have highlighted can meet, if we support these 19 counties in the structured manner which we are putting in place, we'll be able to get enough produce to this particular facility. I've also talked about the issues to do with the seeds, which are of high quality, can produce high yield, are also disease resistant, and also can produce within a shorter time, which with Calro, the research has been done, and you have seen there's a lot of vegetative propagation going on. And I'm happy because the private sector has taken on. There are thousands and thousands seedlings in different private sector seed beds, which the county assembly member of parliament have also assured us, and it's a fact. What we need to do is to support farmers so that we can take those seedlings to the farms for farmers to grow. While we are doing that, we'll make sure that the young people we have employed with the county government and the entrepreneurs will also, because there are 7 per ward, will assist the farmers so that the what we call the post-harvest losses and also the losses in the farms and wrong method of farming can be addressed by supporting farmers using the so-called extension officers. We know the combination of all those with a proper market and proper capacity building of farmers and facilitation on seedlings will be able to really fill this particular plan. And when we inject the private sector element or partnership, we'll be able also to modernize such a plan so that we have a better facility and also a better engagement with all the stakeholders, including the marketers. As government will move ahead to look for better market for them so that our farmers get better pay. It is important, better pay for their produce. You talk about
the funds and
yes,
the workmanship.
We have seen from what we have established here as we go around, there is a lot of finished products, close to around 64 million, which if they are sold, this particular factory will get enough money to run the factory and to pay the farmer. But meanwhile, as government, we'll see how best we can support them whichever way, so that as they sell their produce and come back to their optimal level of production and operation, at least we'll see how best we can assist them so that also the employees feel facilitated. I want to thank the employees for your patience and for your continuous support, but remain that statesmanship, because this particular facility is there because of farmers and because of you. So let us all make sure that as we sit up and bring order in the sector, be that statesmanship who can assist us to run this industry very professionally. And if there is any corruption which is going on here, then the time for the people who are still corrupt in the government sector or a facility their time has come to an end because we will not allow such a behavior. I know over for the last few months there have been some fire outbreak here, destruction of a number of a lot of produce. Now I want to ask the employees, please be that watchman to make sure that we move together as government to support one another for the sake of all of us and for the sake of our livelihood, farmers included. Now we have come in to support you. I have no doubt that the employees' dues will be addressed. The issues to do with the structure of the institution will also be addressed, and the issue to do with effective and efficient operation of this plan will also be addressed. We'll be on course and we'll be on standby as a ministry to support this sector to grow as planned as by this government bottom-up economic transformation agenda. So, ni sawa sawa. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here today from the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development, State Department of Agriculture. We are here in Nakuru, Parade Tram Board of Kenya. We have met with the board, with also county assembly members from the Nakuru County. We have a team from national government, and we are here to do an inspection and a consultation on matters to do with parade tram for this country. The government plan on parade tram is on course. It is one of the products which this government has put in place to make sure that we revive the industry. And parade tram crops are being grown in close to 19 counties, and there are several farmers who are depending on this crop for their livelihood. We have understood that there have been challenges in terms of processing and also warehousing and marketing of these products by Parade Tram Board of Kenya. So as a ministry, we have just come here to do a serious
kitu inakuwa na harufu gani?
Capacity building for farmers to construct.
just touch, please.
This is just locally available material that is used. So you'll only buy the quality.
So even if it's lady. Rift Valley.
Rift Valley. Was. Choose. Nairobi. Semaje kiongozi? Eh?
Sasa hapo unajua unaweza kuwa unakuja unaambia watu. Cheki kitu gani nikata. Ndio kwa shule. Ndio kama kamera inaelekea. Shule.